Here's one for you. I'm just after, I have a bit of a video correspondence going with future guest and friend of the show, Gary Morrell. Shout out Mr. Morrell. And something came up in our correspondence that I think warrants kind of further investigation. And it's one of my most favourite pastimes, which is, not to put too fine a point on it, sculling cans, drinking whiskey and smoking joints. Pints, joints. Up the boys and down the pints. And I can't think of anything that I enjoy more than sculling fucking drink and smoking joints. It's my most favourite thing to do. I fucking love it. Now, I don't do a whole pile of it. And the reason I don't do a whole pile of it is because it's very bad for your health. It's terrible for your motivation, for your diet, for, like, it's just, as a treat, it's perfectly fine. It's like Magnum ice creams, or Kit Kats, or Mars bars, or fucking, pick your poison. There's nothing wrong with these things. There's nothing wrong with alcohol. There's nothing wrong with cannabis. There's nothing wrong with nicotine. There's probably nothing wrong with fucking heroin. There is nothing wrong with heroin. There's nothing wrong with any of these substances, or any of these things that we consume. And in the same vein, there's nothing wrong with social media. It's how we use these things that can be good or bad. So, rarely I scull a heap of pints, and even more rarely I'll smoke a load of joints, and rarer still I'll do both together, which is one of my most favourite, if not the most favourite thing of mine to do. And what it got me thinking about was, what Gary had said to me was like, what's the story, Frano? You don't really do social media, you don't do WhatsApp groups, but yet you upload content to beat the fucking band. And he was right in pointing out somewhat of a juxtaposition there, and he gave me fucking something to think about. And he nailed it himself, because he thought he posed this as a question, and he was spot on. He goes, is it that you don't want to be polluting people's news feeds? And is it so that when somebody goes onto their social media, or when I go onto my social media, there's nothing there, so I have to go and find it? And he's right. That's exactly. I never thought of it that explicitly, but he fucking nailed it. So I'm an avid user of YouTube, a consumer of content, and a creator of content. But on the consumption end of things, I don't subscribe to anybody, not one. I don't subscribe to a single YouTube channel. And likewise, I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, I have all these platforms, I have a LinkedIn, but I don't follow anybody on any of them, full stop. Not one, not for any reason. So when I go into my news feed on Facebook or Instagram, there's literally nothing there. There might be a few ads of some description, but that's it. So I use Facebook to view things that people send me that might be on Facebook, or if somebody sends me a link to something that's on Twitter that they want me to see, I don't have to set up an account every time I want to watch something. I just log in and boom, it's there, it's done. But I'm not in the habit of being on these things because they're such a fucking time sink. And like sculling pints and smoking joints, I enjoy social media like the next person. I like scrolling through social media because, especially when you're doing it for a while, the algorithm kind of learns what you like and it feeds you back more of what you like. And it's class. Just sit there for hours on end going fucking scroll. Ooh, what's this? Oh wow, no way, class. A fucking horse that can do a backflip, deadly. Scroll. Fucking no way. A girl who can drink 6 pints in 10 seconds. Ha, that's mad. Scroll. A lad jumping out of a plane and then jumping back into the same plane he just jumped out of. Fucking deadly. Scroll. And it's class. In the same way that sculling pints and smoking joints is class, but it's not something that I would purposefully build into my day. It's something that I can treat myself to. And the thing about smoking joints and sculling pints is It's only really fun when you're doing it with somebody else. And with social media, it's nearly the opposite. It's only fun when you're by yourself. Like, I wouldn't be on social media anyway. But I certainly wouldn't be on it in the company of other people. And that's something that I've noticed that other people will do. I'll be in their company and they'll be on their fucking phone. Now, there's people who know me going, Frano, I'm in your company all the time and you're always on your fucking phone. Yeah, well, I have a fucking business to run. That's different. I'm not doom scrolling on fucking social media for an absolute fucking fact. Now, I might end up going down a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole, but it's very, very limited. I might do that for, I don't know, if I did it for 5 minutes a day, that'd be the upper limit. I certainly don't sit there scrolling for fucking hours on end. As enjoyable as it is, it's fucking objectively bad for you. And as enjoyable as sculling pints and smoking joints is, it's objectively bad for you. But when I'm on YouTube, say, I don't subscribe to anybody, so there's nothing really in my feed. So that means that I curate what I'm exposed to. And I think that a perfect I can never pronounce that word. Curarily. The perfect opposite of that almost is the radio. I gave up listening to the radio, fuck me, it must be 20 years ago. Wouldn't dream of having it on for a second. Because that's somebody else, a corporation or a news broadcaster or a DJ or whatever way you want to look at it. That's them injecting a bit of them into you. And what's worse again is they're not only injecting it into you, they're injecting it into everybody like you. So most of us have our favourite radio stations that we listen to. We don't just put on the radio, we put on the station we listen to. And that means that as a listener, you fit into a pigeonhole of other types of people. So if you're mad into rap music, you're going to listen to a rap-based radio station. And if you're into fucking symphony music, you're going to listen to a symphony music-based radio station. So you intentionally pigeonhole yourself into these silos. And they're essentially echo chambers, because these corporations that run these businesses, these radio stations or YouTube channels or news broadcasters or whatever they are, they don't want to challenge you. They want to feed you what you want to consume. They want to make it easy for you. They don't want to have you kind of going, I don't think I like what this person is saying. They don't want you to have to turn your brain on. They want to just feed you a narrative that they know will sit well with you. They don't want to challenge you. They don't want to show you a different perspective. They just want to feed you like what you're used to, like a good little boy. And it's almost like a parent giving their children McDonald's every day of the week. You know, the kids love it and it's easy and they always eat it and they want more of it, so just give them the same shit all the fucking time. But if you know anything about nutrition, you know that you need a balanced and varied fucking diet. And you need a balanced and varied diet for the type of news that you consume and the type of everything that you're exposed to. Because if you're only getting fed, and that's the important key part, if the fact that you're being fed, the fact that it's being given to you and you're not actively seeking it, it means that you're not being an autonomous human being. You're being a domesticated human being. You're eating the food that the farmer is giving you. And you're glad of the fucking fence around. Because, yeah, look, and it's not all bad. The fence keeps you safe. But has the farmer your best interest at heart? Or his best interest at heart? And the corporations that own social media companies and news networks and all the rest of it, they don't have your best interest at heart. Only you have your best interest at heart. If you're fucking man enough or woman enough to step forward and take the ownership of being in control of your own goddamn fucking destiny. Oh, Frano, where do you get these fucking rants from? I don't know. There's another point that is springing to mind that came up in that, but I'm going to save that for the next one. And on that note, I'll chat to you soon.